Drake, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Cardi B, Rihanna. Why the hell do they have cult-like followings? Now, I know they put out some good music, but that can't be the only reason. Now, High Me the other day got to ponder it, and then I said, what the hell is it? Because they all approach the game differently, and then I realized it pondered on me. So I'm going to go down the list of a few people that I got, because like I said, they all approach the game differently, but they all have cult-like followings. So first, we're going to go with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are the most interesting contrast because one, you have the woman who basically everyone knows they'll never be her. Like, she's like the pinnacle of everything. You're never going to be her. You won't even probably be able to stand next to her, but you can cheer her on from the sidelines. That's Nicki Minaj, obviously. The Barbs literally feel like we're cheering her on from the sideline and we're a part of something that's bigger than ourselves. This is a whole community. She has literally nursed the Barbs from when they were children all the way up to now. So no matter what she does, even supporting Trump, even doing things that we never thought that we would necessarily see Nicki Minaj do, even though she's been a Republican this whole time, we actually all knew that. But in spite of that, they're never going to start backing her because it's not about the music. Yes, she's a lyricist. She's the queen of rap. Anybody, I think, objectively speaking, will say that Nicki is the queen of rap. However, a lot of people don't like her as a person, but one thing you're never going to get the Barbs to do is go against her. Then you have Cardi B, right? Cardi B can literally do any fucking thing in the world, get pregnant by anybody, do the most bullshit in the fucking world. And at the end of the day, her fans are still going to heavily support her. They will literally chop you down in the comments and call you all types of fucking names. Why? Because they feel like Cardi B is just like them. She is the relatable one. So with Nicki Minaj, it's more so people feel like they have an identity being a part of the Bobs. So it's identity, it's community, it's loyalty over time. With Cardi B, it's more so like they identify with her. They feel like she's somebody that will live next door to them. Like, if she can make it, anyone can. It's representation. Like, I don't necessarily look at Nicki Minaj and feel like, oh, that's the girl from around the corner that's just like me. No, I feel like she's Nicki Minaj. Cardi B is more like the girl from around the way. She went viral from social media. People have parasocial relationships with her. The way that she sits on the internet, even though people have parasocial relationships with Nicki Minaj. Yet and still knowing they probably will never get the opportunity to meet her unless they're a diehard Barb, versus Cardi B that you could probably find at your local bodega hanging the fuck out getting a hot dog in the middle of the fucking day. But like I said, identity, right, versus identification. Identity with Nicki Minaj, feeling like you're a part of the group. Identification with feeling like you identify with Cardi B. Are you following? Community. You feel like you're a part of a large group, somebody that's people that nobody can fuck with, versus representation. You feel like Cardi B is the girl next door. Okay, then we're going to move on to a Drake and a Jay-Z. Now we're going to compare Drake and Jay-Z because why the fuck not? They hot right now. Drake does a very good job of meeting right in the middle of where Cardi B and Nicki Minaj crossroads, right? Drake has the emotional understanding that makes you have identification and identify with what he's saying. But he also has that identity of feeling like you're a part of Drake's community. OVO, people feel like if you're a part of OVO, and if you were part of OVO before it was OVO, then you really are that. And you're really a part of an elite group who's like better than everybody else, right? So with Drake, it's both, because Drake does the talking about relationships, talking about growing up. He attaches himself to the nostalgia, the loss, the suicide. So no matter how rich he gets, he's always going to be relatable. People are always going to fuck with him and feel like, I can relate to Drake. I can connect with him on that level. But also, you don't aspire to be Drake. Nobody's going to be the next Drake. The same way nobody's going to be the next Nicki Minaj. So it's almost like it's an intangible thing. It's funny because the next video I make, I'm going to be talking about all the same things, but why it affects people negatively. That's why, watch this whole video so you'll know what the hell I'm talking about. But anyways, he has the emotional intimacy, the familiarity. But again, you don't think that you're going to be the next Drake. Can you identify with what he's saying in his music? Even more than a lot of rap artists who actually are more relatable in real life than Drake was, because Drake never lived in the hood. Drake never went through a lot of the things that black people go through who are a large part of his fan base. He's never been through those things, but he's mastered the art of what he say he far from hood but understand the streets. He's mastered that art. He's mastered it. And that's why you will never get OVO to go against Drake. So if you make your bed going against Drake, then whatever fan base you had that was also OVO, they're going to leave your ass. Now we're moving on to Jay-Z. Because Jay-Z is the aspiration. He's the aspirational guy, you know? Now with aspirational guys, they're more so like, if he transformed into it, I can do it too. You know, his journey really matters, and his story matters. His achievements matter. All of these things matter to people. They feel like Jay-Z did it, I can do it too. He's the person that you aspire to be. Now, is anybody going to be the next Jay-Z? Probably not, but he makes people feel like they can be. This nigga still raps about selling crack and he's 50. He hasn't sold crack in over 30 years. Why the fuck are you talking about selling crack? Why? Because that is his social capital. Okay? His social capital lies in making people feel like they can aspire to be like him, and one day if they work hard enough, they can be. Everyone has social capital in some way, whether it's in elitism, whether it's in identification, whether it is in being real, whatever it is. All of these artists have mastered the art of having a cult-like following, and it's all for different reasons. And I just think that it's extremely interesting how people get into parasocial relationships with celebrities and truly feel like they know them. These people are quite literally just a brand. Like all of these people, their names are literally brands. It's crazy. But anyways, neither here nor there. All of that to say, people do not, in fact, fall in love with the music. If your music is good, then that's a plus. But people have to fuck with you first. Because every single last person that I just mentioned has done something or another that's very fucked up, and people still support them wholeheartedly.